Hi guys, and welcome back to Callie J's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll take you guys back in the kitchen with me and we are going to make some amazing brown stew chicken. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notification bell so you guys can always be notified whenever I upload a new video. Go ahead and tell your friends and your family members about Callie J's Kitchen and have them subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, it's CallieKitchen_1, and also on Facebook, it's Callie J's Kitchen. So here I have my chicken. It's already cleaned and washed nicely. You always want to ensure that you wash off your chicken with some lime and vinegar before you go ahead and add all of that seasoning. Please note, guys, that all of these seasoning that I'm using, you can get it at your local supermarket. You don't necessarily have to use the same seasoning that I'm using. Some persons do have their preference when it comes on to seasoning, and that is okay. All right. So basically, I'm going to go in and add some black pepper. I will also add some all-purpose seasoning, some chicken seasoning, some of my seasoned salt, and of course, I'm going to add some paprika. Combine all of that goodness together. And for today's video, we will be using our soya sauce from Homechoice. Now, Homechoice is a local brand here in Jamaica, and they do have different variety of items that you can use to cook. For example, they do make soya sauce, they make hot and spicy sauce, garlic paste, they do have their cock soup mix, they do have the ram goat cock soup mix as well, the pumpkin soup mix. You can always go ahead and check your local supermarket or grocery shop for this brand. And listen, I absolutely love this brand. It's my first time using products from Homechoice, and it was just amazing. Also, we are not going to use any browning at all for our brown stew chicken. We're just going to add some of Homechoice soya sauce and combine all of that goodness together. I went ahead and chopped up some onions, some scallion, some garlic, some of my bell pepper. I also chop up some of my French thyme, and of course I chop up some tomato that I will add to this as well. Once I add all of that goodness, combine everything together nicely, and then I'm going to cover it and just put it to the side for roughly about half an hour. After half an hour, we're going to come back and we're going to start cooking. Now, you can always go ahead and make this amazing brown stew chicken for your entire family. You can make it on a Sunday, you can make it on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, whichever day of the week you want to make it, you can always go ahead and do so. You can serve yours up with some rice and peas, you can serve it up with some gunga rice and peas, you can even serve it up with some pumpkin rice, some curry rice, whatever you have at home. Just be creative. And just a note, all of these items that I just told you about, I do have them on my channel. You can always go ahead and check that out. So I went ahead and I put on my pot on the stove, allow it to hot. Of course, I add some vegetable oil, and then I'm going to go in with my chicken. Now, once you add the chicken, you want to ensure that you allow your chicken to cook nicely on all sides until they are brown. You also want to ensure that you remove all of that seasoning from your chicken before you add it to the hot oil. Just a note, if you do not remove that seasoning, it's a possibility that once you put it in with the chicken and allow it to fry, it's going to burn, and you don't want that. I also went ahead and chopped up some of my carrot and also some of my Irish potato that I will be adding to my brown stew chicken. Please note, if you don't want to add all of that, you don't have to add it, but I decided to add it last minute, and of course my family enjoy all of this goodness. So it's time to go ahead and flip our chicken over on the other side because you want it to brown as well. And once our chicken is finished, we're going to go ahead and remove it from the hot oil. Like I said, you can always go ahead and prepare this for Sunday dinner, or you can just simply prepare it for Monday dinner, Tuesday dinner, whichever day of the week. Just have fun in the kitchen and remember to always be creative. And all of these items that I'm using, you can get it at your local supermarket or grocery shop. Guys, listen, I do understand that you have different brands of seasoning that you want to add, but if you do have any other seasoning that you want to add at home, you can always go ahead and just use it. Just work with whatever you have at home, all right? But make sure you go ahead and check out Homechoice, this local brand here in Jamaica, and give their product a try. It was simply amazing. And tomorrow I'm gonna upload a video using their cock soup mix. I made a soup and the soup was just so good, and I want you guys to stay tuned for all of that. So once you remove the chicken from the hot oil, what we're going to do, we're going to go on the outside and pour off that oil. No, you don't want to cook down your chicken with all of that oil. You just want to pour off majority of the oil and leave back a little bit. Then we're going to come back and add back the chicken to the pot, because this is the same pot that we're going to prepare the chicken in. And of course, all of that seasoning that I chopped up earlier, we're going to add it back to that pot, because we're going to go ahead and cook down all of this chicken. Now, the same container that I seasoned my chicken in, I will just go ahead and pour some water in it, because we want to get all of that seasoning out. We don't want to leave back anything. You know, us Jamaican, we don't leave back anything. We want to get everything out. Now, always remember to add a scotch bonnet pepper. If you're not into that spiciness, you don't necessarily have to add the scotch bonnet pepper. But, you know, I love my scotchy, so I'm not going to leave it out. Here I have my ketchup and my barbecue sauce. I added just a little bit of water and combined both of them together. I'm going to go ahead and pour it all over my chicken. And, of course, I'm going to add some more of that Homechoice soya sauce. Once we add all of that goodness, I will go in and add the carrot, and of course I'm going to add the Irish potato, and then I'm going to come back and add the water. Once I add the water, I will cover it, and of course I'm going to add a little bit more of my chicken seasoning just to bring out that flavor and that taste. Once I add the water, I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook down nicely, because you want it to be thickened. You don't want any watered down brown stew gravy. You want it to thick, and also you want to ensure that you always taste, just in case you needed to add a little bit more of the all-purpose seasoning or the chicken season. But make sure you turn your stove on low to medium heat and allow it to cook down nicely. All right, so this is what it looks like once it's finished cooking. I served mine up with some gunga rice and peas, and of course I added some tomato on the side, and it was just amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. I hope you guys go ahead and try it out and let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Remember to turn on your post notification bell so you guys can always be notified whenever I upload a new video. Tell your friends and your family members about Callie J's Kitchen and have them subscribe. And thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.